I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Behind the curtain of HYBE's success, there are meeting notes that may never be seen by the public. These documents are said to contain heated debates about how far an artist like V can express his true artistic identity. Several former HYBE executives who now work at other companies whispered about meetings where V's original concepts were systematically swallowed by the corporate business machine. What is interesting is how this pattern is not unique to V. Several other artists under HYBE are starting to show similar signs of resistance, albeit with varying intensity. There are strong indications that V has indirectly become a symbol of resistance against a system that has so far silenced individual creativity. Junior artists are now more daring to voice their opinions, creating a wave of change from within. On the international scene, this situation is being watched with interest by music critics. A curator at a contemporary art museum in New York openly praised V's struggle to maintain artistic integrity, calling it the embodiment of the eternal conflict between art and commodification. This statement has sparked controversy, but at the same time raised the discussion about artist rights to a global level. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, HYBE's legal team is reportedly working extra hard to draft new contracts that pay more attention to the artist's creativity aspect. This change is strongly suspected to be a direct result of the pressure built by V and his colleagues. However, the question remains, will this change on paper actually be realized in practice? What is more surprising is the silence from HYBE's competitors. Usually quick to exploit their competitors' weaknesses, this time they seem cautious. Some analysts interpret this as a sign that the entire industry is watching and may follow the footsteps of the changes initiated by V's conflict. In the academic world, the V and HYBE case has begun to enter the curriculum of popular culture studies. Professors use this dynamic as a real-life example of Gramsci's theory of cultural hegemony, where resistance to a dominant system often arises from within the system itself. V, unexpectedly, has become a living case study of the power of individual agency within a giant corporate structure. Social media has witnessed how this phenomenon has given birth to a new generation of more critical fans. No longer just consuming entertainment products, they actively analyze and question every creative decision. Certain armies have even started petitions demanding greater transparency in BTS's music production process. In the midst of all this, V himself has been seen spending more time in his personal music studio. Sources close to him say he is working on new, much more personal material, although it is unclear whether it will be released through HYBE or independently. What is certain is that the camera glare that follows him now carries a burden of expectation that is greater than just being an ordinary idol. The merchandise industry has also been affected. Unofficial products featuring symbols of creative resistance have begun to appear on the black market. Even more astonishingly, some of these items are said to have been designed by former HYBE creative staff who were frustrated with the existing system. On the stock exchange floor, investors have begun to include the factor of artist creative freedom as one of the parameters in assessing entertainment companies. This paradigm shift, sparked by V's case, may change the way the business world views the Korean entertainment industry forever. While observers are busy analyzing, in coffee shops around HYBE's offices, mid-level staff whisper about the changes in work culture they feel. Meeting rooms that used to be filled with PowerPoint presentations about sales targets are now starting to make room for discussions about artistic values. What is noteworthy is how this conflict has united various elements of the Korean music industry. Legendary producers who are usually fierce competitors have now come together to support the creative rights of artists. This unexpected solidarity shows that the issue raised by V is actually a common issue that has been suppressed for a long time. Globally, copyright activists have begun to use V's case as an example in their advocacy. Organizations such as the Artists' Rights Alliance have openly called this situation a classic example of how large corporations often erode the moral rights of creators. What is most ironic is how all of this has actually increased HYBE's brand value in the eyes of millennial consumers. A generation that idolizes authenticity and integrity sees more value in a company that is able to accommodate and manage pure creativity, even through a tortuous process. Meanwhile, the legal and business battles continuing behind the scenes, in a small music studio somewhere, V continues to create. Every note, every lyric, every tone he produces is now not just an artistic expression, but also part of a larger narrative about what it means to be a true artist in the era of the creative industry. Perhaps this is the greatest legacy that this conflict will leave. An acknowledgement that behind all the glamour and business, the heart of the entertainment industry is still human creativity that cannot be completely tamed by spreadsheets and quarterly reports. And in this larger narrative, V has become a symbol that those masks must indeed be removed at some point. So far, the relationship between V and Bang Si-hyuk has appeared harmonious in public. The CEO, who is often called Hitman Bang, is known as a figure who is very protective of BTS, while V has always shown great respect for him. However, some insiders claim that behind the scenes, their dynamics are much more complex than they seem. Supposedly, V is one of the members who is most vocal in voicing his opinions about the creative direction of the group, while Bang Si-hyuk is more focused on the company's long-term business vision. The peak of this tension reportedly occurred during the preparation of V's solo album. Sources close to HYBE revealed that V wanted to explore a more avant-garde and experimental concept, while Bang Si-hyuk insisted on a more commercial and marketable approach. This difference in vision reportedly created quite serious friction, to the point that several producers had to mediate between them. What is more interesting is how this conflict affected the power structure at HYBE. Several industry analysts have noted that after the incident, there was a significant change in the division of creative roles in the company. Is this a sign that Bang Si-hyuk is starting to lose his grip on the artists? Or is it a new strategy to prevent similar conflicts from recurring? The undeniable fact is that V has been one of the driving forces behind HYBE's paradigm shift from a traditional management company to an entertainment conglomerate that is more open to the voices of its artists. HYBE's recent move to give its idols more creative freedom probably wouldn't have happened without pressure from stars like V. When the masks finally come off, what remains is a fundamental question about the future of K-pop. The whispers of artists who want to be heard, or the constant roar of the business machine? The story of V and Bang Si-hyuk may be just one episode in a larger drama, but it's one that could be a turning point for the relationship between artists and companies in South Korea. There have been rumors of a private meeting between V and Bang Si-hyuk on HYBE's executive floor that wasn't recorded in the official schedule. Several staff members who asked not to be named have mentioned loud voices coming from the room, something that is highly unusual considering the calm image both parties have always portrayed in public. The meeting allegedly took place just before the announcement of the postponement of V's solo project, which had ARMY wondering. Leaked email, the overlooked clue. A few months earlier, an internal HYBE email had mysteriously circulated among the hardcore fan community. Its vague content mentioned adjustment of the artistic concept for V's project, with a note, as directed by the leadership. This generic corporate language is made interesting by the accompanying document containing a long list of proposed lyric changes and musical arrangements by V, almost all of which were crossed out with the comment, not in line with the target market. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave something good.
Like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.